Happy Friday. You've just completed your third week of school. Congratulations. Good work, guys. We had our first 2 weeks where we were just kind of practicing, getting things up and running, getting organized, getting up in the morning. By now, you should be in kind of a routine. And I can see the kids who are here right now doing a great job of coming in and making sure they get to class and making sure you're getting your assignments turned in, which is great. By now, you should pretty much have a routine going where you're getting up at the same time, you're eating a good breakfast, getting good night's sleep. You know, sleep has a lot to do with how you do in school. So all of those things are super important. Lauren, you had a question?
It says we can private chat to everybody.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. I always forget. I need to go in and change that so that it doesn't defer to that because it's always doing that. Okay, there we go. Good morning. So today we're going to go over a few things that you need to make sure you have done. And then we're also going to go on a fun little field trip. And it's part of my way of presenting what we're going to be doing next week, which is completely different. So now that you're in a routine and you've got everything working really well, we're going to shake it up and do some things a little bit differently, partially because learning really should be about satisfying your curiosity, finding out what you're interested in. But we're not very good at that at school. We often take over that job and just try to tell you guys what to learn, and it makes it a little bit less interesting. And I think the Florida Virtual Curriculum is a really good curriculum. It really covers everything. And if you do it, you're going to do well in school. But the one thing it doesn't leave is a lot of room for choice for kids. And there's a lot of science out there that you being able to choose which books to read and what to learn helps you learn a lot more. So next week is all about you saying, I'm going to be a learner. I'm going to take on this responsibility and I want to do this. Great. First things first, I need to take attendance and see who's here today. Javier, are you here?
Yeah, I let him in.
You let him in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, cool. It's not alphabetical for some reason. If you can help me spot people. I saw Amadi is here. Welcome. Happy Friday. I see Eli's here. Is Anna here?
I do not think so.
Okay, I'm not seeing her name. How about Sophia?
No, not yet.
Don't see her yet. Liam, welcome back. Are you there? I saw you coming in. Did you make it in?
Hi.
Yeah, there he is. Hi, Liam. How was your trip?
Good.
Great. Hey, Liam, I need to meet with you today. The rest of the kids met with me this week and talked a little bit about how they're doing and how Florida Virtual is going and did a little reading for me. So will you be sure and come at 10 o'clock and then stay on so I can talk with you?
Okay.
Okay, great. You can tell me about your trip. Amoy is here always. David is here. Good morning, David. Good job getting in. Can you turn on your screen, please?
Morning.
I do not see, good morning. I do not see Halame. Not here yet? Nope. Nora, are you here?
No.
Don't see Nora. Jax is here. I saw, good morning, Jax. I see Lauren's here. Christian, are you here? Shocking.
No.
No, Mr. Christian this morning. Oh yeah, he said he was going to miss for something.
How
about Luis? Nope. How about Kainoa? He's here. I think I saw Dalmir's name. Good job, Dalmir. Good job getting up. I hope you got a good night's sleep. Evie, I saw her popping in. Hi, Evie. Good morning. Mila, I saw coming in. Megan's here. Good morning. How about Sasha? Are you here, Sasha? Yes. Yeah. Yay. Okay. All right, you guys. Good morning. If you weren't here yesterday afternoon, you missed a pretty exciting event. We did have a zombie apocalypse. I'm sure it will happen again sometime because you never know when those zombies are coming in.
I overslept that.
You missed the zombie apocalypse, David, and I'm sorry. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Overslept that? I hate sleeping. I wish I never had to sleep.
Well, it just shows you that if you don't want to miss super important things at school, like apocalypses, you've got to come to school. I see Anna's here. Great. Good morning, Anna. So yeah, this morning I still need to meet today with Luis, Sophia, Liam, and Halime, those 4, but everybody else met with me, which is great. So if you see that one assignment that says that you met with your teacher, remember I said you didn't have to do that one, 108, and I don't think any of you have done it, which is fine because I obviously know if you met with me, and I don't need you to send a note saying that you met with me because we met. Now, sometimes I'm going to change those DBAs, those discussion-based assessments, and I'm going to send your parents some questions and ask them to talk to you. If I do that, then you do have to send in those assignments. All right, well done. We are at the end of Mod 1 in Language Arts. And I promised you at the end of Mod 1 Language Arts, we were going to move on to something fun and different that let you choose. So today I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing next week so that you can think about it through the weekends, because sometimes it's hard to decide. And it also has tons and tons of links on this assignment, and you might want to look through some of those. So first of all, I want to show you, where's my screen share? There it is. Screen share options. I'm going to optimize for video and share my sound. Go to my desktop. I want to remind you that today you need to make sure that you have submitted your end of unit test. It's down here. It is lesson 1.09 in Language Arts, Story Structure Module 1 Assessment. And believe it or not, only 7 kids have turned it in. So great job. Javier, Eli, Nora, Jax, Mila, Vivian, Megan have all turned it in already. Don't worry, it's not late yet. It's due tomorrow, really. And so you need to make sure and get that one done, please. Story Structure Mod 1 Assessment. Everybody needs to do that today. And then you're going to see I just made it live, this Flex Take Action Week. And the first page is directions, and then it's got something that you're supposed to do on every day of the week. And that will also pop up, hopefully, on your calendar. Let's see if it's there. I'm going to switch to the calendar view. And if you look on the last week, it says this is Flex Take Action Week. And then it's got assignments here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So next week is Take Action Week. Let's take a look at what that is. Again, you're going to find it in your Language Arts. I just made it live, so you probably haven't seen it till now. If you go to it on the Take Action directions, I'm going to send a letter to your parents. But here's a little video that I put in there that's saying basically what I'm saying right now, that you get to have a week to decide what you want to do, what you're excited about. Here is the letter I'm going to send to your parents. It says, Flex Choice Week information. Dear Flex students, families, and learning coaches, next week we will have our first Flex Choice Week. For 1 week, kids can engage in their own project. Why is it important for students to have choices? Student choice leads to increased engagement and empowerment. It inspires students to want to learn new things. It allows students to show what they know, but to take it so much further. Student choice creates an environment where students discover what they want to learn. For this week, you are invited to take part in the Taking Action Project for at least 2 hours a day, instead of most of the Florida virtual lessons. Students will continue doing math, 30 minutes of reading a day, although if you're reading about your project, that counts, Dreambox, and continue writing your personal narrative story. The project will take the place of all the rest of the language arts, social studies, science, and PE work for that week. The Canvas calendar will have a link to our weekly pacing at a glance that will have both the, this I'm taking out, sorry, I need to take that out because we're not doing that. Sorry, I got to get rid of that. But I can't do it right now. It's not letting me for some reason. I guess I'm not signed in. You will find the module at the top of the language arts modules. Ideas of things kids have done and websites to get ideas. And there's just tons of websites here to get ideas. You could write a narrative. You could make a slideshow. You could create a high quality graphic novel. You could do an art or a poetry project, write a report. You could make a video. You could do a science fair project, like do a big experiment. You could make an arcade like Kane's Arcade. You could plan and create a yard art display. You could do a community service project. You could read or help out at home with younger siblings or cook. You could make a cookbook of what you cooked for the week. You could call or send cards to someone, I don't know why it says 5, who might feel sad or isolated during this time. Happy learning. This is also an opportunity if you're behind in work. You might have your parents send me a note saying, we're going to use this week to catch up on our unfinished work. So that way you don't fall behind in Florida Virtual. If you need to go back and do some things over again, you'll have a chance to do that. Okay. I'm not going to go into all those links, and I promise you I'm going to edit it and make sure I get rid of the stuff, but I will send that letter to your parents today. One more thing on that assignment is just below here. If you're like, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know what I'm good at, what kind of action do I want to take? Do I want to inform people about something? Then I could do one of these projects. Do I want to change my behavior and choices? Maybe I want to work on, my fitness level for the week. Then I could do that. Maybe I want to inspire others to change their behavior or choices. Maybe I feel people need to do more to help with climate change, and I want to make sure they're not using too much plastic. Maybe I want to help prevent a problem or improve a situation. I could design an app. I could sell a product. I could make something to sell. I could set up a stand in front of my yard. Maybe I want to build something. I know some of you said, I think it was Kainoa said he loves to build things out of boxes. You could make a cool fort for a sibling. You could make a diorama. You could make something cool out of Legos and describe that to me. But it needs to have some research in it. So you're spending some of your time researching the project and some of your time actually doing the project. Do I have any questions about that right now? Lauren, do you have a question?
Are we gonna take more than one? Like, are we gonna learn, like, can we choose more than one thing?
Can you do more than one project? Absolutely. Yeah. But
okay.
You do need to be careful that you don't set your goals too high. Like you might say, oh, I'm gonna build a really cool fort in my backyard, but that would require like earning the money for the materials, going to the lumber store, and it's probably more than a 1 week project. So make sure that whatever you set your goals at, you could pretty much complete in a week. If you needed to continue with the project after that, it's okay. Evie, what's your question?
Are we doing this for 1 or 2 weeks?
1 week, but some things might say 2 weeks on them because I took part of the project from another teacher. Did you see something that said 2 weeks?
No, I was just
okay.
wondering.
Okay. 1 week. David?
I actually forgot what we were doing.
So you'll have to look at the project again, but it's about coming up with something you're excited about and you want to learn about. So the first day you're going to do research. You're going to look it up online, watch videos, see how other kids have done it, look for directions, and you're going to send me a list of the research you did. On the second day,
could set a goal so that I could
yeah.
get a baby nurse shark?
Well, I doubt that one is actually going to happen, but you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do. Okay. So this is about being a little bit more grown up and setting goals for yourself. Mila, what question do you have?
Where did you find the place for the place with where did you find the lesson in language arts for that?
So it should be right at the top. In fact, why don't you check right now and see if it's there? It should be like right when you go into the modules, it should be the very first thing you see. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I thought it was at the bottom.
Perfect. No, it should be at the top. Okay, friends. So we will talk more about it on Monday, but I wanted to give you the weekend just to kind of think about what you would like to do so that maybe by Monday you'll be a little bit more ready. Okay. Right now we're going to go on a quick field trip. It's only a 7-minute field trip to a recycling center, which my daughter works and helps at a recycling center. And I thought that's kind of a project a lot of kids might like to do, is help out with recycling either at home or somewhere else. So we're going to go look at how they do things at this recycling center. So I'm going to share my screen and hopefully this will work. Here we go. Optimize and share, and let's go to our online field trip, make it full screen, and here we go.
Mr. Lane. And I'm in the 5th grade. My class is studying recycling. I know that we can recycle things like paper, cardboard, metal cans, and plastic bottles by putting them into the blue recycling bin. But I want to know more about what happens to them after the recycling truck picks them up. So, I'm at my local recycling center with Mr. Lane. He's going to give us a tour to see what happens to the things we recycle.
Thanks, Maggie. You probably already know what recycling is. It's taking things that have been used and making new things out of them, instead of just throwing them away. At this recycling center, about 350 tons of paper, plastic, and metal is recycled every day. The center is pretty big. It's even larger than a football field. It's also what would be considered a modern recycling center, with highly trained specialists and sophisticated equipment doing the jobs of sorting, packing, and shipping recyclable materials.
All right, Maggie, this is called the tipping floor.
It's so cool.
Isn't it? And this is where all of the recyclable material comes after it's picked up at your house or maybe picked up out of business, and it's first dumped here.
Recycling trucks bring their loads to this part of the center and empty them out to be sorted. A typical recycling truck can hold up to 12,000 pounds of recycling from 700 homes. Heavy equipment then loads the contents onto a conveyor belt. It goes down the line where sorting specialists separate the trash that can't be recycled. As the materials move further down the line, there are also machines to help remove non-recyclable items.
So everything comes in together on that tipping floor, and it's all mixed up there all together. But as it moves down the line, it's actually separated one by one.
Like, it's both machines and the people are doing that, right?
It really is.
It's also important that we don't contaminate our recycling materials with non-recyclable waste. We want only those materials that are recyclable, which are paper, cardboard, metal cans, and plastic bottles and jugs. Some of the things that are seen most often that shouldn't have been put in the recycling bin are food, clothes, yard waste, even furniture. These are not recyclable. So when you put recyclables in your bin, they need to be empty, clean, and dry, with no food or liquid in them. Just one dirty ketchup bottle could contaminate other recyclables in your bin and in other places along the recycling process.
If you remember, there's actually 4 things we're looking for. Do you remember them?
Metal,
Okay.
paper,
Yes.
cardboard,
Yes.
and plastic.
Plastic, good job. So actually the cardboard comes in there and is sorted. The paper uses these lines itself. The plastic is a line over there, right? And it just goes on and on and on. Yeah, and the metals are further down there, like your metal can, like your soda can.
This part of the line is where most of the cardboard gets pulled out so it can be packaged for recycling. You want to make sure your cardboard boxes are clean. You should also flatten them before placing them in your recycling bin. Based on the size and weight of the cardboard, it automatically gets sent to different sorting areas. The line moves on. Sifters continue to shake out materials for recycling. Special machinery called optical sorters and tumblers pull paper products from the line and sort them into large and small pieces. Plastic also gets separated out using equipment specially made for the job. Powerful magnets are used to separate metals from plastic and send them to their correct destination. All of these automated procedures are controlled by the touch of a button using a portable tablet that works anywhere in the facility.
So it helps me because if I have a problem on a line way over there, I don't have to walk way over there.
Really?
I can just...
That is crazy.
At this point, there is another sorting by hand to pick out all the cardboard. Here, the loose plastic bags are suctioned up. Plastic bags get caught in the machinery, which causes delays. They can even damage the machinery.
And she'll put it up and that vacuum will suck it right up. Look at that.
Oh my god! That is so cool.
At the end of the line, paper and cardboard are sent to machines that press the material into big block-sized bundles called bales. These machines can bale up to 50 tons of paper and cardboard an hour. Plastic and aluminum are also pressed into bales.
One of the reasons why we pack them in cubes or like a square, right, is so we can actually stack them one on top of the other. And then we also can put them in a truck trailer and actually ship them.
The bales are then bought by companies that will make new products from the materials. These companies will break down the materials further in different ways, like melting the plastic into liquid. That allows them to use the material in making new materials and products, including cars, airplanes, and even clothes.
Now I get it. It's what we learned in school about what the recycling symbol means. It starts with everyone placing their empty, clean, and dry recyclables loose in their recycling bins. The recycling truck picks up our recyclables and brings them to the recycling center, where they are separated into paper, cardboard, plastic, and metal. These materials are then used to make new products. When people buy these products made from recycled materials, we complete what's called the recycling loop. Recycling also helps keep our towns and neighborhoods clean, and it makes our air safer for people and animals.
Thank you, Mr. Lane, for showing me how a recycling center works. Now I know what happens to the stuff that we put inside of our recycling bin. It turns into products that we use every day.
So remember, we can all make a difference in our schools, in our home, and in our town by recycling, and also helping others to become better recyclers. You never know, that soda can might even become a part of an airplane.
That's so cool. Thanks, Mr. Lane.
Okay, well, I actually learned quite a lot. My husband's always giving me a hard time about putting the wrong things in the recycling, and now I know what goes in there. So this is an example of a project you could do. You could say, this week, I'm going to teach my family about recycling. I'm going to research it. I'm going to then make some rules for my family. I'm going to help do it. And then I'm going to take pictures of me doing it. And then I'm going to present it to the class, like what I did. That's just one example. There are many, many others, but I wanted to show you a kid doing a cool project. So anything you want to share right now, Lauren?
Can we do essays?
Yeah, you can write an essay. I know you
Okay, I'm definitely going to do an essay. I'm going to do one now